Let's go, man. You know what time it is. It is episode number 188 of the Maki and Kane podcast. Dude, we're closing in on literally being what? Wait, no, I think I got the number wrong because there's no way we're this close to 200. I got the title wrong. Oh, god damn it. But yeah, man, this is whatever fucking episode it is at this point because now I've confused myself. But you know exactly what time it is. Finna pass the mic over to Kane, let him say what he got to say, and we're going to get down on it just like a lot of you niggas want to do on that lollipop.
Man, they be wanting to get down more on lollipops, boy. They be wanting to get down on the fucking dudes in prison, man. But we aren't gonna talk about that. With that being said, man, you already know what it is. We're back at your so small game on the ground from Hungry Hounds. We just got the pound and ready for the next round, man. So make sure y'all grab your snacks, y'all drinks, y'all weed, whatever the fuck the case may be. I'm gonna jump right into this shit. So listen up, fools.
So, dude, it's been absolutely bonkers what's going on with the UFC 294 card. I mean, the amount of not only fights that have changed, but the information that's came out, surfacing regarding all the events that are taking place is absolutely insane. You got Gamrot threatening violence allegedly on Dana White because he's upset with the fact that he wasn't brought as, the option, the primary option whenever, Charles Oliveira had to back out of the fight. Now, this fight was highly anticipated because Charles Oliveira lost his title, obviously, to Islam Makhachev, in a fight where he really wasn't himself. It seemed like he was a shell of himself. So this was his opportunity to be able to earn that title back, right? But, this is why people have to understand combat sports is high risk and it can be high reward, but it's more than often low reward, besides being able to defend yourself. But when it comes to a competitive aspect, there are going to be greater athletes than you. And if you can't have more wins and losses, you're not going to be a sell. You're not going to be a draw, especially in the UFC. So, with that being said, he got his opportunity to get back, but, in training camp, they had headbutt, they clashed, and that is the high risk, training for a fight. Imagine training for a fight. Think you're going to do this, you're going to do that, but you don't even make it to the fight because you get removed from the fight because of something that takes place preparing for the fight. That's very, very unfortunate. And, I think that Charles Oliveira is going to heal up. And if he still really wants to be champion, obviously he'll get the title shot after this upcoming replacement that took place. But we're really going to see if he wants it because I know this setback has got to be aching him after he grinded back to get back to, his title fight against Islam. And now it's up in the air if he's even going to be fighting Islam next because Volkanovski is the replacement fighter, not Gamrot, not the person who cut weight, flew to Abu Dhabi, went through a training camp, but Volkanovski, and I'm actually more excited for that because, bro, if you're an MMA fan, if you're a UFC fan and you're just a fan of competitors, you got to love Alexander Volkanovski. He's a straight fucking dog. He literally reminds me of Jason Statham. He's just fucking badass, bro. So, with that being said, before we get on to the other fight that changed opponents, what do you think about the Gamrot situation, him being upset? What do you think about Charles Oliveira having to pull out? And then what do you think about Alexander Volkanovski being a badass, taking a fight on 9 days' notice? He's going to have jet lag and no training camp. And what do you think about Islam just being like, I don't give a fuck who you put in front of me? Literally, Khabib said, you could put fucking King Kong in here with me if he makes 155. I'm ready for whatever. Everybody, blah, blah, blah. So what do you got to say about that shit?
I think it's crazy. The fact that you're over here making bodily harm threats to somebody because you wasn't the first pick is absolutely goofy as hell, bro. Like you gotta think smart about this shit, dog. You gotta build yourself up more. And clearly, he hasn't built himself up more to stand out enough to be called for the first pick as a backup fighter. And now he ain't never gonna get the chance to be a backup fighter because he over here making all these goofy ass Keisha decisions. So with that being said, Dana White's probably going to tell him to get the fuck on somewhere and don't ever come back to MMA, UFC, whatever, because of the bullshit that he's saying. That's all his fault. And then he's really going to be letting Keisha out if he gets kicked out. It's funny because people like that, they let Keisha out if they get kicked out, but then if they don't get kicked out, they leave anyway. It's fucking goofy as fuck. It's like either way, you was going to leave because you was letting Keisha out. But man, there at no point in time do you need to call for bodily harm to somebody outside of the ring just because you're mad. Like that shit goofy as fuck. But as far as the injury and the training camp, man, it sucks ass, dude. Shit happens, sometimes. Maybe shit happened for a reason. Maybe it happens so that Volkanovski can get this fight. I don't know. Everything, there's always a purpose behind everything that happens. So who knows, man? It might have been so he could get this shot. I'm not saying it was orchestrated like that, but it could have just been so happened that fate had it that he would get injured so that Volkanovski could take the fight. I don't know. You never know. But yeah, man, it's just crazy. And the fact that he's gonna be on 9 days notice with no training or nothing like that, he gets his ass in there and he puts in the work, he does what he's supposed to do, it's gonna be crazy, man, because there's not very many people at all that can do that. There ain't very many people who can go 9 days on notice with no training or nothing like that, and be jet lagged and be tired. Your senses, your reaction, your reflexes, and all that stuff, your timing is all going to be off. So you can go in there and you can fucking do that shit. More power to you. And yeah, man, it's crazy, 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 crazy. It's gonna be a crazy ass fight. I can't wait to watch this shit. It's gonna be insane.
Yeah, and then lastly, what is your opinion on this? Islam said to Volkanovski, props to you for taking the fight on short notice, but when I beat you, I don't want no fucking excuses this time.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's hard to say who's gonna win against who. He's over here talking shit. They always they're gonna talk shit to each other to sell the fight and shit. But it's one of those things for me where just the only way you'll know for sure who's gonna win is to watch the damn fight. The only way you can watch the damn fight is when that happens. So who knows, man? It's gonna be an interesting ass fight. It's gonna be crazy and shit. Um, I think he's talking shit too because he knows that he ain't gonna have no training. But who knows? Who knows? We're gonna find out. We're gonna see who gets dropped on the floor and who goes to sleep and who don't, and who goes home with the belt.
It would just be crazy to me if fucking Volkanovski became champ of the lightweight division. And Conor McGregor, he just passed his piss test. So he could fight in lightweight or welterweight. Imagine if fucking Volkanovski wins champ status, then Conor McGregor, then he fights Oliveira, beats Oliveira. Conor McGregor comes back, beats Michael Chandler, and then Volkanovski calls out McGregor. You know how big that fight would be? Or if Conor McGregor went to welterweight and fought Kobe Covington for the title.
Dude, either way, them fights are gonna be fucking huge. Either way, them fights are gonna be huge, bro. So it's a win-win situation either way. Whichever route happens, it's gonna be a win-win situation for Connor at least. Now for the other two, for Colby or Volkanovski, whichever way he goes, it ain't gonna be a win-win situation for the other one. Just simply because they didn't get the fight, and it wouldn't be nearly as big of a fight as this one's gonna be. But I mean, hey, whatever happens, happens.
Yep. So moving on to the next event, the co-main event was supposed to have Paulo Costa versus Khamzat, the damn dude, Chimaev. But it got called off because Paulo Costa had he had staph infection and he had to get surgery for it. But the surgery is 2 weeks before he traveled to Abu Dhabi, so that's not enough time for it to be able to heal. He literally has a big ass cyst on his elbow. Well, he wanted to fight. Whether he was actually wanting to fight, because he said he wanted to fight, but whether he actually wanted to fight, that's up for discretion. No one knows but him. But the doctor told him that he can't fight. Now, whether the doctor actually said that, we don't know either. But Paulo Costa pulled out of the fight, not because of his own will, allegedly, but because of the doctor. So now you wouldn't imagine who his next opponent is. Kamaru fucking Usman. And not only is Kamaru Usman fighting Khamzat, and they're both phenomenal wrestlers, but whoever wins has been guaranteed a title shot against Sean Strickland. Now, here's the crazy part. Not only did Israel Adesanya get stood up, and he's crying right now listening to the Naruto theme song, fucking just screaming, painting his nails, looking like Jimmy Butler with his hairstyle, doing all that shit. But fucking Kamaru Usman knocked out Sean Strickland whenever he was in the welterweight division. So with that being said, Sean Strickland is scared as fuck. They also offered Sean Strickland the fight against Khamzat. They offered him a lot of money, but he was not. He's like, fuck that. I'm not going out there on a 9-day training camp. I just won the title. I don't give a fuck what you pay me. I'm going to prepare. I want to remain champion, not give my fucking belt away. This is a Make-A-Wish Foundation, so I respect what he said. I understand that. It's not out of fear. It's just out of being smart. Volkanovski's a dog. Kamaru Usman, they're dogs, but it's not wise. So with that being said, man, Kamaru Usman has an opportunity to go out there and, repackage himself as the dominant champion He always was. He used to be number one pound for pound in the fucking entire world before Leon Edwards, got that hit lightning in a bottle and got that beautiful head kick on him. And then after that, he just didn't fight the same. But Kamaru has an opportunity. And if he loses his fight, that's 3 in a row. A lot of people are going to start saying he should retire. He should retire. But honestly, I don't think we're going to see a wrestling match because they cancel out each other's wrestling ability. I think we're going to see a fucking crazy striking match, which tells me somebody's going to sleep and somebody's going to be waking up to sleepy. So what do you think about this fight, this change of events? And how do you think Sean Strickland and Izzy feel about this shit?
I know Izzy is sitting around crying with his thumb up his ass, screaming, "Why not me? Why not me? Come on, Daddy Dana. Come on, Daddy Dana. Remember when I sucked your dick to get that fight?" That's probably why he started painting his nails, because that boy slowly started to turn to the dark side. But anyways, no, man, it's just crazy. Kamaru Usman, Sean Strickland. I don't know, bro. Like you said, two wrestlers, two dominant wrestling fighters. It's like watching two apes fucking fight each other, because we know that apes like to fucking ground and pound and shit. Wrestlers like to ground and pound too. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be like two King Kongs fighting each other. We're gonna have to really figure it out. We're gonna have to see, man. It's gonna be very interesting. If that happens, man, I can't wait for that shit to happen either, man. Because we all enjoy a good ass fucking fight. We all enjoy watching people get their ass whooped, watching people get knocked down and shit. Everybody loves watching it. That's why people go to watch the fucking fights. And that's what I like to see, man. I can't stand when I be watching a fight that just be all fucking dilly-dally, fucking fairy faggot ass pussyfooting and shit. I can't stand that shit. So when you got two fucking fighters, like two real fighters going ham at each other, it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be explosive. It's going to be wild. And it's probably going to be pretty fucking bloody, too.
Facts. And just imagine, this is the best part about these types of fights because they're popular names and you can do like fantasy matchmaking in your head. Imagine if fucking Kamaru Usman wins that championship. He can either choose to fucking fight. Imagine if he fights Colby Covington for champ status. Remember, Colby's lost to Kamaru twice. One time by early stoppage and the second time by a decision that a lot of people had controversy about because they said Colby won. But imagine if they fought again for champ status. Or imagine after he wins the belt, Dricus du Plessis and Israel fight for the number one contender spot. That's a crazy storyline right there. And imagine Israel wins and he has to fight Kamaru Usman. The reason that Usman never went to middleweight is because he was friends with Kamaru and they were both like Nigerian champions. So they didn't want to fight each other. But imagine if the way that the MMA math worked out is Izzy ultimately leading up to having to fight his homie for the title. Imagine how fucking crazy that would be.
That shit would be insane, bro. Imagine having to fight your own homie for the title. Y'all be letting Keisha out over each other. No, man, just let me win. No, man, just let me win. I want to win. They'd be like the damn birds off of me. Mine. Let me win. It's goofy as hell. I don't know, man. Yeah, like I said, most of these fights, man, I don't really know what to say what's going to happen because each fighter is better skilled in different areas than the next one is, that which might cancel out one fighter's ability, or it might give them an extra shot. You never know. It's like gambling, bro. You just never know if you're gonna win or lose. You never know who's gonna get knocked out or who's gonna win. That's one of the things that's interesting about fighting is it keeps you on the edge of your seat. You're like, oh shit, he just got punched in the face. Oh shit, he just got swept and fell. Oh shit, he just got fucking knocked out. So I don't know, man. We're gonna fucking find out. We're gonna see what the hell happens. If that do happen, that'd be insane. If it don't happen, it is what it is. But I don't know, man. I really don't know what the fuck would happen.
Facts, man. So one second. So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get on to our next topic. Charleston White, shout out to my brother, shout out to my guy, man, shout out to CW, man, the one that y'all really hate, but y'all really love because y'all pay attention to. He spoke his opinion on the Israel Pakistan situation or Palestinian situation. And let me just preface that before I play this clip with saying this. This is my stance. I don't feel the need to be forced to say my fucking stance like every other fucking shield that is, I gotta let them know how I feel, otherwise they won't like me. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. But what I will say right now is quit picking sides based off of these biased ass media sources. But what I will also say is, you got to look at this situation and ask yourself, why is Palestine randomly fucking with Israel, and why didn't Israel stop them? And once you answer those two questions, you will have a lot more clarity. And at the end of the day, you need to mind your fucking business. But what I will say is, innocent women, innocent men, and innocent children do not deserve to be casualties of this bullshit. So that's all I'm gonna say before I play this, and then I want Kane to react to it because Kane is Jewish. So with that being said, let's get it, man.
Did an attack on the Palestinian, but they didn't talk about that. They kept that a hush hush. Why you men so down with the Palestinians, my them fools? Fitler wasn't wrong about them fools. Now, the one that's over here that's been with Drake in the rap music, they just confused and misguided. They like the Negro children. They don't know they like the Negro children. They've been miseducated with the information on thinking the Palestinians is wrong. But when you know the truth of the matter, you know the Palestinians ain't doing nothing wrong. We done brought you over here. America ain't got no business getting into no family affair. That's all I'm saying. America don't have no business getting into a squabble between two brothers. Now I know history and I've been studying this shit. These are lying. Them Jew people always been with the Palestinians. It's just like the well-to-do good kids with the poor babies with you. But when the teacher look up, it's the dirty poor baby hitting the well-to-do kid back, and the well-to-do kid playing like they ain't do nothing. I was always told. Now y'all listen to me. Them Jews, in they gooses, them in they fads, all up in they fads. I know about the Palestinians. Good solid people. Them fools. I'm not gonna weep. Instead of saying the word fool, I'm gonna call them fools. Okay. The fools come out of Germany. Now I know history.
What's your thoughts on that, Mr. Kane?
I don't really give a fuck what nobody say, who they stand with, who don't stand with. Shit, I don't give a fuck about that. What I will say is that Palestine and Israel have been fighting over the Holy Land for a long time because Palestine had moved in. Palestine, quote unquote Palestine, 85% of Palestine is made up of Muslims. And we all know that Muslims and Israelis are sworn enemies of each other. They're of the same seed, but they're sworn enemies, which is fucking crazy. But they've been occupied the land of Israel for a long time, and Israel been wanting to get them the fuck out so they can rebuild the Temple Mount. Now, if you don't know, the Muslims have their mosque built on the Temple Mount right now, where the temple is supposed to be, the Holy Temple of Israel is supposed to be at. And that's the main reason why they've been fighting with each other for a long ass time, is because they're trying to get their land back. God rightfully gave the land to the Israelites way back then, because the people who originally inhabited the land, they started doing wicked things, worshiping other gods, sacrificing their children, all types of stuff to Molech and everything else. So God judged them by sending the Israelites in to wipe them out, take over the land, and He gave them the land to inhabit. Now you can say that's cruel, you can say whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, God does what God does. So if He judged people because their actions were evil and wicked and deserving of death, then that's what happened. People are just mad because they keep seeing the emotional heartstring tugging videos that the fucking media keeps putting out about, children dying and shit. Children shouldn't be dying at all. Women shouldn't be dying at all in fucking war. They should never be part of it. They should never be POWs. They should never be hostages. They should never be none of that shit. You shouldn't be raping. War doesn't give you the right and consent to rape women on the streets. It doesn't give you the right and consent to chop babies' heads off and shit. It don't. You're at war with the government. You're not at war with the people. The civilians don't got shit to do with what the two governments have, the beef the two governments have going on between the two. The civilians are innocent. They just be minding their fucking business, trying to make a living, whatever. And that's on both sides. It's not just on either side. Now, I will say that me being, Jewish. I side a little bit more with Israel just simply for that reason. But like I said, there's innocence on both sides and there's bloodshed on both sides. Civilians don't deserve to die. At the end of the day, I'm gonna always stand with Israel, and y'all can kiss my ass if you don't like it. I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna stand with Israel at the end of the day. Is there shit that they're doing that's wrong? Firing into what's it called? What do they call them places? Residential areas. Is that wrong? Yeah. But at the same time, we know that Hamas likes to fire rockets from residential areas to get them to fire back to make them look like they're just bombing residential areas because they're fucking shitty. They don't give a fuck about their people. They're a terrorist group. Hamas is a terrorist group. They're like ISIS. They're a rogue group of fucking people who don't give a fuck who they harm. So I know they've been known to do that shit before, fire rockets from residential areas, from schools and hospitals and shit, to make Israel fire back off the rocket's location that was fired from, turning out it to be a fucking hospital or a school. Is it fucked up? It's still fucked up? Yeah. But what Hamas doing fucked up too? Yeah. So either way, fucked up shit happens on both sides. That's what happens in wars. Fucked up shit happens on both fucking sides. So at the end of the day, you can pick a side that you want to be on. I don't give a fuck about what side you pick to be on, because at the end of the day, your fucking opinion doesn't matter to me. The internet will just cancel you, just like they do with Mia Khalifa for saying that she sided with the Palestinians. I don't give a fuck. And when I say fuck Palestine, I say fuck the government entity behind Palestine that's driving it. I say fuck Hamas, who's using Palestine as a cover. So yeah, fuck Palestine's government. It is what it is. Give Israel back their land. Go home, and no more bloodshed will happen. And also another thing I just read earlier, that the U.S. sent one of its largest carriers over there to aid Israel, and it was a Iranian-backed government entity, I think. Let me double check on that, because I don't want to say, I don't want to give y'all the wrong information. But let me see. Let me, because I want to make sure I got the right shit. Let me see.
Also, the Mia Khalifa cancellation, I don't agree with that. Even though I don't fucking like Mia Khalifa, I mean, I got off to a lot of her videos back in the day when I was a dumbass. But even, I'm just telling the truth. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. All you niggas used to watch corn. But even though, she is what she is, and I don't think she should have given marriage advice or nothing like that, she's entitled to her own fucking opinion. And just because I don't like who she is doesn't mean she's not allowed to say what she wants to say. So fuck cancellation as a whole.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, people's opinions don't matter. I'll just let other people, do what the fuck.
Sorry to interrupt you. Every man watched the Mia Khalifa corn video back in the day. I don't give a fuck.
Let me see.
And I ain't talking about Wiz Khalifa for all you dumbass niggas. Don't be thinking I was watching hot dogs in this motherfucker.
Okay, so no, it's not exactly what I thought it was. So no, they said they was ready to respond if it went a certain route. But no, it's not exactly what I was thinking of. So I'm glad I checked that shit, because I don't want to say the wrong shit. But yeah, man, that's just crazy. It's crazy, man, how we always tend to get involved in other affairs and shit. Like, yeah, I get their allies and shit, but come on, bro. They got shit of their own to sort out, just like we got shit of our own to sort out. We got internal problems that we got to fix and shit. And here we are giving money away to every other fucking country but our own. Insane.
Yep. So with that being said, man, we're gonna stay in tune with the situation and definitely give you coverage on podcasts. And Kane, hold me to that. Let's do daily coverage. I'm going to do some more research, because I'm not going to tell you who's wrong and who's right until I fucking know. And I don't just know because Fox said it. I don't know just because CNN said it. I don't know it because the BBC said it. I'm going to know because I fucking know. And if I don't know, then I don't know. Then I don't mean that. That means that you ain't supposed to say shit. A lot of y'all want to say shit just because you feel like you have to. I don't have to do shit. But what you have to do is mind your fucking business. So with that being said, man, we're going to keep doing what we do, man. We stand on business. And with that being said, I'm going to pass the mic over to Kane, then do the outro. Monkey show tonight, the Kane show tonight. Bitch, you know what time it is.
You already know what time it is, man. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mothers, your uncles, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. Got some new music dropping this Friday, a couple days from now, Friday night. So make sure y'all stay tuned into that as well. The wind is howling like a motherfucker. It sounds like demons are out there screaming. It's fucking insane. With that being said, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
We've been hurt. We're doing right. We've got millions of dollars. We're strong. We're prosperous. We've got each other.
Yeah.
And we've always got each other.
That's true.
You've always got my back. I've always got your back, right? There's nothing you can ever do that I don't have your back on, right? We are each other's wingman. We are each other's right hand man. And nothing in the world can ever stop us. I'm telling you, if I'm hungry, I'll eat your food. If you're hungry, you'll eat my food. Me and you have got it. It's fine. Doesn't matter what the dude does. Doesn't matter what the Matrix does. Doesn't matter how they attack us. It's fine. We got rice, we got food, I'll eat the fucking dirt off the ground. Me and you, we're strong. Forever. Because I'm too powerful, I'm too rich, I'm too strong, I'm too hard to kill. Woo! We're warriors. We're the last Spartans of the world.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what they do. It's fine. Fine. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to you. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Birthday, no birthday, I don't give a shit. Every day of the week, doesn't matter. I will entertain and you're
Right.
entertaining. And that's the way it is.
Yeah.
That's the way it's always going to be.
Yeah.
From the from the
Peace.
Get the fuck out.